Bali clearance. Good morning. Line enter 8713 ready for pushback at 05.
Cebu 7650 cleared to land runway 27.
Line enter 8713 cleared for pushback. Bali ground. Line enter 8713 ready to taxi. Line enter 8713 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground. Cebu 7650 requesting taxi to the gates. Cebu 7650 taxi to gate 05.
Bali Tower. Good morning. Indonesia 3528 is on approach. Indonesia 3528 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good morning. Cebu 1557 ready for pushback at 30. Cebu 1557 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower. Line enter 8713 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground. Cebu 1557 ready to taxi. Cebu 1557 taxi to runway 27.
Line enter 8713 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Dynasty 8669 cleared for pushback.
Indonesia 3528 taxi to gate 30.
Bali Tower. Cebu 1557 ready for takeoff runway 27. Cebu 1557 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Dynasty 8669 taxi to runway 27.
Cebu 9420 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good morning. Malaysian 2249 ready for pushback at 20. Malaysian 2249 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower. Good morning. Etihad 9774 is on approach. Etihad 9774 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali Tower. Dynasty 8669 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground. Cebu 9420 requesting taxi to the gates.
Malaysian 2249 taxi to runway 27.
Dynasty 8669 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Cebu 9420 taxi to gate 22.
Bali Ground, Etihad 9774, requesting taxi to the gates. Etihad 9774, taxi to gate 20.
Bali Tower, Malaysian 2249, ready for takeoff runway 27. Malaysian 2249, cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lion Enter 7779 cleared for pushback. Bali Ground Lion Enter 7779 ready to taxi. Lion Enter 7779 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good afternoon. Indonesia 3782 is on approach. Indonesia 3782 cleared to land runway 27.
Lion Inter 1829 cleared for pushback. Bali Ground Lion Inter 1829 ready to taxi. Lion Inter 1829 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower Lion Enter 7779 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, good afternoon. Philippines 5252, Mayday Mayday Mayday.
Bali Ground, Indonesia 3782, requesting taxi to the gates. Indonesia 3782, taxi to gate 29.
Bali clearance, good afternoon. Lion Inter 4989, ready for pushback at 67. Lion Inter 4989, cleared for pushback.
Lion Enter 7779 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lion Inter 1829 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali clearance, good afternoon. Lion Inter 4483, ready for pushback at 07.
Lion Inter 4989, taxi to runway 27.
Lion Inter 4483, cleared for pushback. Bali ground, line enter 4483, ready to taxi. Line enter 4483, taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good afternoon. Lion Inter 2706 is on approach. Lion Inter 2706 clear to land runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. Qatari 90469er ready for pushback at 12. Qatari 90469er cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, good afternoon. Lion Inter 8086 is on approach. Lion Inter 8086 clear to land runway 27.
Bali ground. Qatari 90469er ready to taxi. Qatari 90469er taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground, Lion Inter 2706 requesting taxi to the gates.
Philippines 3164, cleared to land runway 27.
Bali Tower, line enter 4483, ready for takeoff runway 27.
Lion Inter 2706 taxi to gate 67.
Line enter 4483, cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, Lion Inter 49er ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground, Lion Inter 8086 requesting taxi to the gates. Lion Inter 8086 taxi to gate 02.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. Asia 1687, ready for pushback at 28.
Lion Inter 49er cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Asia 1687, cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, Qatari 90469er ready for takeoff runway 27. Qatari 90469er cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Philippines 3164, taxi to gate 07. Asia 1687, taxi to runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. Philippines 2789er ready for pushback at 03. Philippines 2789er cleared for pushback. Bali ground. Philippines 2789er ready to taxi. Philippines 2789er taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, Asia 1687, ready for takeoff runway 27. Asia 1687, cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, good afternoon. Thai 6218 is on approach. Thai 6218 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. Korean 9er209er ready for pushback at 16. Korean 9er209er cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, good afternoon. Indonesia 2956 is on approach. Indonesia 2956 clear to land runway 27.
Korean 9er209er taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground, Thai 6218, taxi to the gates. Thai 6218, taxi to gate 12.
Bali Tower, Philippines 2789er, ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. Indonesia 3477 ready for pushback at 06.
Lion Inter 9796 clear to land runway 27. Bali ground, Indonesia 2956 requesting taxi to the gates. Indonesia 2956 taxi to gate 28. Bali clearance. Good afternoon. Type 857 ready for pushback at 19er.
Philippines 2789er, cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lion Inter 9796 taxi to gate 03.
Korean 9er209er cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Type 857 cleared for pushback.
Indonesia 3477 cleared for pushback.
Bali ground. Type 857 ready to taxi.
Turkish 90614 cleared to land runway 27.
Type 857 taxi to runway 27.
Indonesia 3477 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good afternoon. Indonesia 8544 is on approach. Indonesia 8544 clear to land runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. Thai 52901 ready for pushback at 25. Thai 52901 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, good afternoon. KLM 7548 is on approach. KLM 7548 clear to land runway 27.
Turkish 90614 taxi to gate 16.
Bali Tower. Type 857 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground. Thai 52901 ready to taxi. Thai 52901 taxi to runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. China Southern 4341 ready for pushback at 21. China Southern 4341 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower. Good afternoon. Indonesia 1680 is on approach. Indonesia 1680 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground Indonesia 8544 requesting taxi to the gates. Indonesia 8544 taxi to gate 06.
Bali ground. China Southern 4341 ready to taxi. China Southern 4341 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground KLM 7548 requesting taxi to the gates. KLM 7548 taxi to gate 25.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. Dynasty 90183 ready for pushback at 32. Turkish 7288 cleared to land runway 27. Dynasty 90183 cleared for pushback.
Type 857 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower Indonesia 3477 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground Indonesia 1680 requesting taxi to the gates. Indonesia 1680 taxi to gate 19er.
Singapore 90130 cleared to land runway 27.
Dynasty 90183 taxi to runway 27. Bali Tower. Good afternoon. Korean 4724 is on approach. Korean 4724 cleared to land runway 27. Bali ground. Turkish 7288 requesting taxi to the gates. Turkish 7288 taxi to gate 21.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. KLM 1447 ready for pushback at 26. KLM 1447 cleared for pushback.
Bali ground. Singapore 90130 taxi to the gates. Singapore 90130 taxi to gate 32.
KLM 1447 taxi to runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. China Southern 7125 ready for pushback at 17. China Southern 7125 cleared for pushback. Indonesia 3477 cleared for takeoff runway 27. Bali ground. Korean 4724 taxi to the gates.
Thai 52901 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
China Southern 7125 taxi to runway 27.
China Southern 4341 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Dynasty 90183 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower KLM 1447 ready for takeoff runway 27. KLM 1447 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Korean 4724 requesting taxi to the gates.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. Indonesia 3885 ready for pushback at 08. Indonesia 3885 cleared for pushback. Bali ground, Indonesia 3885, ready to taxi. Indonesia 3885, taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, China Southern 7125, ready for takeoff runway 27. China Southern 7125, cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. KLM 5125, ready for pushback at 18. KLM 5125, cleared for pushback. Bali ground, KLM 5125, ready to taxi. KLM 5125, taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good afternoon. Lion Inter 2022 is on approach. Lion Inter 2022 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. Asiana 3303, ready for pushback at 31.
Bali Tower, Indonesia 3885, ready for takeoff runway 27.
Asia 8296 cleared to land runway 27.
Asiana 3303, cleared for pushback. Bali ground, Asiana 3303, ready to taxi. Asiana 3303, taxi to runway 27.
Korean 4724, taxi to gate 31.
Bali ground, Lion Inter 2022 requesting taxi to the gates. Bali Tower, good afternoon. Emirates 1836 is on approach. Emirates 1836 cleared to land runway 27.
Indonesia 3885, cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lion Inter 2022 taxi to gate 08.
Bali Tower, KLM 5125, ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. Turkish 6667, ready for pushback at 23.
Bali ground, Asia 8296 requesting taxi to the gates.
Bali Tower, good afternoon. China Southern 9028 is on approach. China Southern 9028, cleared to land runway 27.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. Super Green 7955, ready for pushback at 01.
Bali ground, Emirates 1836 requesting taxi to the gates. Emirates 1836 taxi to gate 17.
Bali ground, China Southern 9028, taxi to the gates. China Southern 9028, taxi to gate 18.
Bali clearance. Good afternoon. Super Green 3679er ready for pushback at 64.
Super Green 79er 55 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, good afternoon. Qantas 4820 is on approach. Qantas 4820 cleared to land runway 27.
Asiana 3303 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
KLM 5125 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Super Green 3679er taxi to runway 27.
Turkish 6667 taxi to runway 27.
Super Green 79er 55 taxi to runway 27.
Asia 8296 taxi to gate 64.
Bali Tower, good evening. Asia 7662 is on approach. Asia 7662 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali clearance, good evening. Indonesia 2679er ready for pushback at 68. Indonesia 2679er cleared for pushback. Bali ground, Indonesia 2679er ready to taxi.
China Southern 7952 cleared to land runway 27.
Qantas 4820 taxi to gate 23.
Indonesia 2679er taxi to runway 27.
Bali clearance. Cebu 7651 ready for pushback at 05.
Bali Tower, Turkish 6667 ready for takeoff runway 27.
China Eastern 4377 cleared for pushback.
Cebu 7651 cleared for pushback. Bali ground. Cebu 7651 ready to taxi. Cebu 7651 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground, China Eastern 4377 ready to taxi. China Eastern 4377 taxi to runway 27.
Asia 7662 taxi to gate 01. Bali Tower, good evening. Philippines 2588 is on approach. Philippines 2588 cleared to land runway 27.
Turkish 6667 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, Super Green 79er 55 ready for takeoff runway 27. Super Green 79er 55 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, Super Green 3679er ready for takeoff runway 27.
China Southern 7952 taxi to gate 26.
Bali clearance. Good evening. Philippines 3683 ready for pushback at 66. Philippines 3683 cleared for pushback. Bali ground. Philippines 3683 ready to taxi. Philippines 3683 taxi to runway 27.
Super Green 3679er cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, Indonesia 2679er ready for takeoff runway 27. Indonesia 2679er cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground. Philippines 2588 requesting taxi to the gates.
Bali Tower, China Eastern 4377 ready for takeoff runway 27. China Eastern 4377 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Vietnam 49er 65 cleared for pushback.
Cebu 7651 cleared for takeoff runway 27. Philippines 2588 taxi to gate 05.
Bali ground. Vietnam 49er 65 ready to taxi. Vietnam 49er 65 taxi to runway 27.
Bali clearance. Indonesia 3529 ready for pushback at 30.
Bali clearance. Good evening. Philippines 2131 ready for pushback at 69er. Philippines 2131 cleared for pushback.
Indonesia 3529 cleared for pushback.
Bali ground Philippines 2131 ready to taxi. Philippines 2131 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground Indonesia 3529 ready to taxi. Indonesia 3529 taxi to runway 27.
Air Asia 9782 cleared to land runway 27. Bali clearance Cebu 9421 ready for pushback at 22.
Vietnam 49er65 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lion Enter 6559er cleared for pushback.
Cebu 9421 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, Philippines 3683 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground Lion Enter 6559er ready to taxi. Lion Enter 6559er taxi to runway 27.
Cebu 9421 taxi to runway 27.
Bali clearance Etihad 9775 ready for pushback at 20.
Malaysian 8370 clear to land runway 27.
Etihad 9775 cleared for pushback.
Philippines 3683 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower Indonesia 3529 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground Etihad 9775 ready to taxi. Etihad 9775 taxi to runway 27.
China Southern 1173 cleared for pushback.
Air Asia 9782 taxi to gate 24.
Korean 4814 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali clearance good evening Dynasty 4255 ready for pushback at 14.
Etihad 9775 continue taxi.
Dynasty 4255 cleared for pushback.
China Southern 1173 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good evening Indonesia 3376 Mayday Mayday Mayday.
Bali ground Malaysian 8370 requesting taxi to the gate. Dynasty 4255 taxi to runway 27. Malaysian 8370 taxi to gate 27.
Bali ground Korean 4814 requesting taxi to the gates. Korean 4814 taxi to gate 22.
Bali clearance, Indonesia 3783, ready for pushback at 29er.
Indonesia 3529 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 3783 cleared for pushback.
Cebu 90421 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Philippines 2131 cleared for takeoff runway 27. Bali Tower, China Southern 1173 ready for takeoff runway 27. China Southern 1173 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Etihad 9775 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lion Inter 6559er cleared for takeoff runway 27. Dynasty 4255 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 3783 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good evening. Indonesia 7832 is on approach. Indonesia 7832 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali Tower, Indonesia 3783 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, good evening. Super Green 8356 is on approach. Super Green 8356 clear to land runway 27.
Bali clearance, Lion Inter 8087 ready for pushback at 02. Lion Inter 2707 cleared for pushback. Lion Inter 8087 cleared for pushback. Bali ground, Indonesia 7832 requesting taxi to the gates. Indonesia 7832 taxi to gate 20. Lion Inter 8087 taxi to runway 27. Lion Inter 2707 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good evening. China Eastern 3356 is on approach. China Eastern 3356 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground, Super Green 8356 requesting taxi to the gates.
Indonesia 3783 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Super Green 8356 taxi to gate 02.
Bali clearance, Philippines 3165 ready for pushback at 07. Philippines 3165 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, good evening. Indonesia 1442 is on approach. Indonesia 1442 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground, Philippines 3165 ready to taxi. Philippines 3165 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground, China Eastern 3356 requesting taxi to the gates. China Eastern 3356 taxi to gate 14.
Lion Inter 90332 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground, Indonesia 1442 requesting taxi to the gates.
Bali Tower, Lion Inter 8087 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 1442 taxi to gate 07.
Bali Tower, good evening. Super Green 57908 is on approach. Super Green 57908 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali Tower, good evening. Lion Inter 7690 is on approach. Lion Inter 7690 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground, Lion Inter 90332 requesting taxi to the gates. Lion Inter 90332 taxi to gate 69er.
Bali Tower, good evening. Philippines 6974 is on approach.
Bali clearance, Thai 6219er ready for pushback at 12.
Philippines 6974 cleared to land runway 27.
Super Green 57908 taxi to gate 68.
Thai 6219er cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, good evening. KLM 699er is on approach. KLM 699er cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground, Thai 6219er ready to taxi.
Bali ground, Lion Inter 7690 requesting taxi to the gates.
Thai 6219er taxi to runway 27.
Lion Inter 7690 taxi to gate 67. Bali clearance, Indonesia 2957 ready for pushback at 28. Bali clearance, Lion Inter 9797 ready for pushback at 03.
Bali Tower, good evening. Indonesia 3774 is on approach. Indonesia 3774 cleared to land runway 27.
Indonesia 2957 cleared for pushback. Lion Inter 9797 cleared for pushback. Indonesia 2957 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground, Philippines 6974 requesting taxi to the gates.
Lion Inter 9797 taxi to runway 27.
Philippines 6974 taxi to gate 30.
Bali Tower, good evening. Lion Inter 90412 is on approach. Lion Inter 90412 cleared to land runway 27.
KLM 699er taxi to gate 12.
Bali clearance Turkish 9615 ready for pushback at 16.
Lion Inter 8087 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Turkish 9615 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, Lion Inter 2707 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground, Indonesia 3774 requesting taxi to the gates.
Indonesia 7272 clear to land runway 27.
Turkish 9615 taxi to runway 27.
Indonesia 3774 taxi to gate 16.
Bali Tower, good evening. Korean 6352 is on approach. Korean 6352 cleared to land runway 27. Bali ground, Lion Inter 90412 requesting taxi to the gates. Lion Inter 90412 taxi to gate 66.
Bali clearance KLM 7549er ready for pushback at 25. KLM 7549er clear for pushback. Bali clearance Indonesia 8545 ready for pushback at 06. Indonesia 8545 cleared for pushback. Bali ground Indonesia 7272 requesting taxi to the gates. Indonesia 7272 taxi to gate 29er. Bali ground Indonesia 8545 ready to taxi. KLM 7549er taxi to runway 27. Indonesia 8545 taxi to runway 27. Indonesia 7272 hold position.
Indonesia 1681 cleared for pushback.
Lion Inter 2707 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 7272 continue taxi.
Philippines 3165 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lion Inter 7490 cleared to land runway 27. Indonesia 2957 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Thai 6219 cleared for takeoff runway 27. Indonesia 1681 taxi to runway 27. Bali ground Korean 6352 taxi to the gates.
Bali Tower Lion Inter 9797 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, good evening. Asia 3708, Mayday Mayday Mayday.
Korean 6352 requesting taxi to the gates.
Bali clearance Turkish 7289 ready for pushback at 21.
Bali ground Lion Inter 7490 requesting taxi to the gates. Bali clearance Singapore 9131 ready for pushback at 32. Lion Inter 7490 taxi to gate 03. Lion Inter 9797 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Turkish 7289 cleared for pushback.
Turkish 9615 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
KLM 7549 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Singapore 9131 cleared for pushback.
Indonesia 1681 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, good evening. Super Green 8898 is on approach.
Indonesia 8545 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Super Green 8898 clear to land runway 27.
Singapore 9131 taxi to runway 27.
Turkish 7289 taxi to runway 27.
Korean 6352 taxi to gate 32.
Bali Tower Singapore 9131 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, good evening. Lion Inter 5382 is on approach. Lion Inter 5382 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground Super Green 8898 requesting taxi to the gates. Super Green 8898 taxi to gate 06.
Bali clearance Lion Inter 2023 ready for pushback at 08.
Bali Tower, good evening. Dynasty 5624 is on approach.
Singapore 9131 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Dynasty 5624 cleared to land runway 27. Turkish 7289 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lion Inter 2023 cleared for pushback.
Korean 4725 cleared for pushback.
Asia 8297 cleared for pushback.
Lion Inter 5382 taxi to gate 65.
Bali ground Lion Inter 2023 ready to taxi.
Korean 4725 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground Asia 8297 ready to taxi.
Bali Tower, good morning. Asia 7200 is on approach. Asia 7200 cleared to land runway 27.
Lion Inter 2023 taxi to runway 27. Asia 8297 taxi to runway 27.
China Southern 9029 cleared for pushback. Bali ground China Southern 9029 ready to taxi. China Southern 9029 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, Korean 4725 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Qantas 4821 cleared for pushback. China Southern 9029 hold position.
Dynasty 5624 taxi to gate 25.
China Southern 9029 continue taxi. Bali ground Qantas 4821 ready to taxi.
Korean 4725 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Qantas 4821 taxi to runway 27. Bali Tower, good morning. Indonesia 6324 is on approach. Indonesia 6324 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground Asia 7200 requesting taxi to the gates.
Bali clearance Emirates 1837 ready for pushback at 17.
Asia 7200 taxi to gate 65.
Emirates 1837 cleared for pushback.
Bali clearance Asia 7663 ready for pushback at 01. Asia 7663 cleared for pushback.
China Southern 7953 cleared for pushback.
Cathay 1964 clear to land runway 27.
Emirates 1837 taxi to runway 27.
Asia 7663 taxi to runway 27. Bali Tower Qantas 4821 ready for takeoff runway 27.
China Southern 7953 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground Indonesia 6324 requesting taxi to the gates.
Bali Tower, good morning. Malaysian 3530 is on approach. Malaysian 3530 clear to land runway 27.
Indonesia 6324 taxi to gate 64.
Bali ground Cathay 1964 requesting taxi to the gates.
Korean 8642 cleared to land runway 27.
Cathay 1964 taxi to gate 10.
Bali Tower, good morning. Lion Inter 5382 is on approach. Lion Inter 5382 cleared to land runway 27.
Malaysian 3530 taxi to gate 26.
Bali ground Korean 8642 requesting taxi to the gates. Korean 8642 taxi to gate 17.
Philippines 2589 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, good morning. Dynasty 7736 is on approach. Dynasty 7736 clear to land runway 27.
Qantas 4821 cleared for takeoff runway 27. China Southern 9029 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Asia 8297 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Philippines 2589 taxi to runway 27.
China Southern 7953 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lion Inter 5382 taxi to gate 01.
Bali Tower Emirates 1837 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. Air Asia 2122 is on approach. Air Asia 2122 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground, Dynasty 7736 requesting taxi to the gates. Dynasty 7736 taxi to gate 23.
Bali Tower, good morning. Dynasty 7890 is on approach. Dynasty 7890 cleared to land runway 27.
Emirates 1837 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, Asia 7663 ready for takeoff runway 27. Bali ground, Air Asia 2122 requesting taxi to the gates. Air Asia 2122 taxi to gate 21.
Bali Tower, good morning. Philippines 4684 is on approach. Philippines 4684 cleared to land runway 27.
Asia 7663 cleared for takeoff runway 27. Bali Tower, Philippines 2589 ready for takeoff runway 27. Philippines 2589 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Dynasty 7890 taxi to gate 31.
Bali Tower, good morning. New Zealand 1226 is on approach. New Zealand 1226 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. Turkish 6736 is on approach. Turkish 6736 clear to land runway 27.
Philippines 4684 taxi to gate 05.
Bali ground, New Zealand 1226 requesting taxi to the gates. New Zealand 1226 taxi to gate 18.
Bali clearance Korean 4815 ready for pushback at 22.
Air Asia 9783 cleared for pushback.
Korean 4815 cleared for pushback.
Bali ground Turkish 6736 requesting taxi to the gates. Turkish 6736 taxi to gate 19er.
Bali clearance Super Green 8357 ready for pushback at 02. Super Green 8357 cleared for pushback.
Korean 4815 taxi to runway 27.
Air Asia 9783 taxi to runway 27.
Bali clearance Malaysian 8371 ready for pushback at 27. Super Green 8357 taxi to runway 27. Malaysian 8371 cleared for pushback. Bali ground Malaysian 8371 ready to taxi. Malaysian 8371 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower Air Asia 9783 ready for takeoff runway 27. Air Asia 9783 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Korean 4815 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower. Good morning. Lion-Iter 3876 is on approach.
Malaysian 8371 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lion-Iter 3876 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali clearance Indonesia 7833 ready for pushback at 20. Indonesia 7833 cleared for pushback.
Bali clearance China Eastern 3357 ready for pushback at 14. China Eastern 3357 cleared for pushback.
Indonesia 7833 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower Super Green 8357 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Singapore 7772 cleared to land runway 27.
Super Green 8357 line up and wait runway 27.
China Eastern 3357 taxi to runway 27.
Super Green 8357 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground Lion-Iter 3876 requesting taxi to the gates.
Indonesia 90510 clear to land runway 27.
Lion-Iter 3876 taxi to gate 02.
Bali clearance Indonesia 1443 ready for pushback at 07. Indonesia 1443 cleared for pushback.
China Eastern 1836 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali Tower Indonesia 7833 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 1443 taxi to runway 27.
Singapore 7772 taxi to gate 14. Bali clearance Lion-Inter 7691 ready for pushback at 67. Lion-Inter 7691 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower. Good morning. China Southern 7688 is on approach. China Southern 7688 clear to land runway 27. Indonesia 90510 taxi to gate 07.
Lion-Inter 7691 taxi to runway 27. Indonesia 7833 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, China Eastern 3357, ready for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. Philippines 79er64 is on approach. Philippines 79er64 clear to land runway 27.
Bali ground, China Eastern 1836, requesting taxi to the gates. China Eastern 1836, taxi to gate 27.
Bali clearance KLM 69er 9er3 ready for pushback at 12.
Bali clearance Super Green 5799er ready for pushback at 68.
KLM 69er 9er3 cleared for pushback.
Super Green 5799er cleared for pushback.
Bali clearance Lioniter 9er333 ready for pushback at 69er.
Bali ground, China Southern 7688 requesting taxi to the gates.
Indonesia 3775 cleared for pushback.
Lioniter 9er333 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, good morning. Lion Inter A9er12 is on approach. Lion Inter A9er12 cleared to land runway 27.
China Southern 7688 taxi to gate 24.
Super Green 5799er taxi to runway 27.
KLM 69er 9er3 taxi to runway 27.
China Eastern 3357, cleared for takeoff runway 27. Philippines 69er75, cleared for pushback.
Lioniter 9er333 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. Lion Inter 5498 is on approach. Lion Inter 5498 cleared to land runway 27. Indonesia 3775 taxi to runway 27.
Philippines 79er64 taxi to gate 69er.
Bali Tower, Indonesia 1443, ready for takeoff runway 27. Philippines 6975, taxi to runway 27.
Lioniter 9er413 ready for pushback at 66.
Bali Tower, good morning. Qantas 1612 is on approach. Qantas 1612, clear to land runway 27.
Bali ground, Lion Inter A912 requesting taxi to the gates. Lion Inter A912 taxi to gate 68.
Bali Tower, good morning. Cebu 5822 is on approach. Cebu 5822 clear to land runway 27.
Bali ground, Lion Inter 5498 requesting taxi to the gates. Lion Inter 5498 taxi to gate 67.
Bali clearance Indonesia 7273 ready for pushback at 29er.
Bali ground, Qantas 1612 taxi to the gates.
Bali Tower, good morning. Vietnam 4550 is on approach. Vietnam 4550 cleared to land runway 27.
Qantas 1612 taxi to gate 12.
Indonesia 1443, cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lioniter 9er413 cleared for pushback.
Bali Tower, Lion Inter 7691, ready for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 7273 cleared for pushback.
Cebu 5822 taxi to gate 30.
Bali ground Indonesia 7273 ready to taxi.
Lioniter 9er413 taxi to runway 27.
Air Asia 3904 cleared to land runway 27.
Indonesia 7273 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground Vietnam 4550 requesting taxi to the gates.
Lion-Iter 1406 cleared to land runway 27.
Vietnam 4550 taxi to gate 22.
Lion-Inter 7491 cleared for pushback. Bali ground Lion-Inter 7491 ready to taxi. Lion-Inter 7491 taxi to runway 27.
Bali ground Air Asia 3904 requesting taxi to the gates. Air Asia 3904 taxi to gate 20. Bali Tower, good morning. Super Green 2718 is on approach. Super Green 2718 cleared to land runway 27.
Lion-Inter 7691 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Philippines 6975 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 3775 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali ground Lion-Iter 1406 requesting taxi to the gates.
Bali Tower KLM 6993 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Lion-Iter 1406 taxi to gate 03. Bali clearance Korean 6353 ready for pushback at 32.
Bali Tower, good morning. Indonesia 3724 is on approach. Indonesia 3724 cleared to land runway 27.
Korean 6353 cleared for pushback.
KLM 6993 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower Lion-Iter 90333 ready for takeoff runway 27. Lion-Iter 90333 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower, Super Green 5799 ready for takeoff runway 27. Super Green 2718 taxi to gate 08.
Korean 6353 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. Asia 5724 is on approach. Asia 5724 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali clearance Super Green 8899 ready for pushback at 06. Super Green 8899 cleared for pushback. Bali ground Super Green 8899 ready to taxi. Super Green 8899 taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. Lion-Inter 8300 is on approach. Lion-Inter 8300 cleared to land runway 27.
Indonesia 3724 taxi to gate 66.
Bali ground Asia 5724 requesting taxi to the gates. Asia 5724 taxi to gate 29. Super Green 5799 line up and wait runway 27.
Bali Tower, Indonesia 7273 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Virgin 3612 cleared to land runway 27.
Lion-Iter 9413 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Lion-Inter 7491 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Super Green 5799 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Indonesia 7273 cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Bali Tower Korean 6353 ready for takeoff runway 27.
Lion-Inter 8300 taxi to gate 28.
Asia 7201 cleared for pushback.
Korean 5642 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali ground, Asia 7201, ready to taxi. Asia 7201, taxi to runway 27.
Bali Tower, good morning. Lion Inter 5282 is on approach. Lion Inter 5282 cleared to land runway 27.
Bali clearance, Dynasty 5625, ready for pushback at 25.